Oh, you're finally awake. Thank goodness. I was worried that you would never wake up. That bear almost did you in. Fortune has it that I was there to call him off. How are you feeling, young one? I tended to your wounds as best I could with my magic, and presently I am allowing your body to mend itself. Hmm? Where are we? Oh, excuse my manners, young one. I haven't even introduced myself. How foolish of me. Good morning, human. I have gone by many names over the centuries, but your kind currently calls me Jack. You are a guest in my home. It is very cozy, is it not? Hollowed out ancient trees make for prime real estate, or so I can deduce from your cities of glass and steel. Usually I live alone, so unfortunately I do not have the greatest accommodations for visitors. Typically I would only fend for myself. Company is a rarity in these parts. I hope that my bedding is to your liking, young one. Leaves and twigs and all that. I know that standards of living have changed since the last human visited me, so I have tried my best to emulate the latest fashion. I mean, it is not truly as if I know what that is, but please tell me if you are not comfortable. Oh, young one, I brewed you some tea. It possesses the strength of the forest. It should grant you improved regenerative abilities, as well as psychological ones to help you get over the incident. Here, I'll put it on the nightstand for whenever you want to drink it. Oh, what happened? Do you not remember? Well then, I guess not. I presume from your clothes that you were out hiking when you got chased by a bear. Judging from how exhausted and delirious you were when I found you, I guess that you ran for miles. You were so far off the beaten path, wholly in the thick of the woods, fearing for your life in the dead of night. You collapsed almost instantly upon laying eyes on me. I was terribly worried that you had died of overexertion. Fending off the bear was trivial, and after that I carried you here. Since then, I have been looking after you until you woke up. It's been 30 hours since you crossed paths with me, assuming my reading of the position of the sun is correct. You must have been so shocked, and with so much adrenaline coursing through your veins, that you forgot what occurred. Poor thing. What am I? Oh my stars, I have been a verily terrible host. Firstly, I do not tell you what my name is, then I don't tell you what I am. Shameful behavior. I can hardly blame you for not knowing about my kind. We are a terribly reclusive bunch, after all. Young ones would call me a forest demon. A demon of the natural variety, one that was here before the collapse. Observe my antlers. They are much larger than those of the demons that pervade the human realm. They hold much in the way of magic, mostly for the purpose of healing and defense. I protect this land, all of its inhabitants, and all of the visitors that mean the forest no harm. I have lived for many not leave this forest so long as it remains intact, hence why I fear my knowledge of human culture, nuance, and social convention, and cues, and correctness might be slightly outdated, to say the least. Fortunately, you seem quite current in your fashion. Hopefully, you can grant me some wisdom in that department because, gosh knows, I need it. I'm sorry, I lied a bit there. Not in the fact that I need fashion advice or the fact that your fashion is in itself excellent, but in the fact that I can exit my domain. It's just that humans take me at first glance to be hostile from time to time, and have done so for centuries. I guess some things never change, huh? Your clothes? What about them? Yes, of course I had to remove them to heal you. Synthetics don't go well with my magic. Oh, don't be bashful, young one. It's not like I haven't seen humans before. You were clad in clothes of a variety that I have never witnessed. Your threads look significantly more comfortable than those which your ancestors wore. They always looked so terribly stuffy and formal. They always spoke in terribly ridiculous and incomprehensible vernacular. Far too concerned with appearances and vanity, if you ask me. But evidently, judging from my leaf armor, I am not exactly the forerunner in this field. Their faces were always bunched up like corkscrews, like this. I pray that my English does not carry over too many of their archaisms. Point out any that you catch, and I shall weed them out with vigor and verve. So, how is the world outside my forest faring? I know that the collapse happened, though, 200 years ago. I saw the wildlife in my domain change before my very eyes as humans shut themselves away into their walled city of Bastion. I've never actually seen it, obviously, it's miles away. But I hear stories from the denizens of the trees whenever they migrate over in that direction for the winter. Is it as beautiful as they say? Neon lights, monolithic buildings that touch the sky. The aberrations to the human condition have been so monumental in the last 200 years. It is incredible. The anima first came into being around that time too, when the walls closed. I remember that. The demons of man started appearing then as well. Maybe 50 years later? It was tough out here for an ancient spirit. But my powers have redoubled since then. I embody the forest, and as it grows, I grow too. The nature has all come back. Isn't it beautiful? I've never seen my forest so stellar and in such pristine condition. Ever since I was born, it's always been shrinking. The humans have always encroached on my land. But now it's had time to rejuvenate itself, and it almost brings a tear to my eye. I'm sorry, I know the collapse wasn't so peachy for the humans. How was it for you, young one? Oh, I'm a fool. Of course you didn't live through the collapse. It happened centuries ago. I forget that humans don't live very long. Plus, you probably don't live in the walled city regardless, considering you have paid little old me a visit so far away. Anyway, I am going to stop reminiscing, because I know that by now I have been rambling, so you're probably hungry, aren't you? Here, let me cook you something. Do you like porcini mushrooms? Oh, nonsense. You are my guest. Of course I am going to make you food. It is only customary I do so, is it not? Plus, I am the guardian of this land. Who better to prepare for you its bounty than I? So, tell me about yourself, young one. Go on, don't be shy. And don't fear that you are oversharing anything. I adore listening to the flights of fancy and colorful adventures of the humans. Aha. Wow. Wow. You certainly live an interesting life. And you were even visited by one of the demons of man 2 nights ago. Whoa. Incredible. How were they? Their kind fascinates me to no end. Based on mine, but so different and so close to yours. Astonishing. I've only ever met one demon of man, so I don't really have a great knowledge base to pull from. What is your demon's friend's name, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Hollister. You met Hollister. Small world, isn't it? Hollister is the demon that I was talking about. He's so clumsy sometimes. Do you want to hear the story of how I met Hollister? Okay, good. So, allow me to set the scene. It was a stormy night, a frightful night in the forest roughly 10 years ago. And I was sleeping peacefully in my abode, as were all of the denizens of this forest. The rain was falling from the leaves on the trees, pitter-pattering outside of my door. Heavenly. Suddenly I feel my head ache and my dreams become restless. I awake to find this small, diminutive little fellow sitting on top of me. The expression on his face looked like he had just been caught breaking into the cookie jar. I, of course, forgave him, being merciful, and he went off on his merry way. Of course, he came back the very next night to attempt his shenanigans, for whatever reason. It'll never work, but that does not seem to deter him. I presume your story went much the same way. Maybe someday you two should come over for tea. That would be really fun. Anyway, here, your food is ready. Sauteed mushrooms a la verde. Eat up. You need your strength, young one. Oh, my sword? What about it? It is for all those who mean the forest any harm. You do not need to fret, though, young one. Your heart is pure, and your intentions clear to me. You are not my enemy. I would never use my sword on you. Oh, you're departing? And so soon? I mean, I suppose your wounds are healed by now. Do you not want the mushrooms? Are mushrooms not to your liking? I can make something else if you'd prefer. I have I have various salads and a few other vegetarian options. It shall not take long to prepare, I promise. Oh, yeah. You really should be going? Well, I suppose I can't change your mind. Do you not want, an escort? Out of the forest, that is. I can guide you. Ensure that nothing else happens. We don't want any more pesky bear attacks, do we? Oh. No need to thank me for my hospitality. It is only customary, after all. My forest has ailed you, so naturally, I helped as best I could. Here are your clothes, by the way, young one. Your bag and your affairs are under the bed. I will let you get changed. And leave now and attend to my duty. Such a I scared them away again. Like always, Jack, you big old. Stupid leaf sword. Stupid antler. I should never have gotten my hopes up. This always happens. So many times. So many times. And the story remains the same. I can never be with them. Oh, hello, young one. Were you, on your way? Did you, did you have a change of heart about the escort? I really would not mind. Was I crying? No, I was not crying. No, nonsense. No. It was just, dew on, from the leaves on the trees, and it entered my eye, I suppose. I'm not a very good liar. Did you, you didn't hear me by chance, did you, young one? Oh, thank goodness, you didn't overhear me. I do not wish to burden you any further with any of my problems. I'm supposed to be the one healing you. You will stay? Well, I suppose that if you wish to stay, I will not complain. Here, come inside. The mushrooms are going to get cold. You don't want my treasure to go to waste now, do you? Plus, it's freezing out there. If you got pneumonia because of me, I'd never be able to forgive myself. After you've dined, I can show you around the forest. Hopefully this time without a bear chasing you. By the way, young one, you don't appear to have to be fully clothed. I don't know if that was your intention or... Hey, don't punch me. I'm really teasing you a bit. You do not wish to anger the forest incarnate now, do you?